A game jam event is defined by making a game within a certain amount of time. It's a chance for them to work with different people. It's a chance for them to, prove their mettle and occasionally win some pretty cool prizes.
Curiously, a university is divided into separate schools and colleges. The game design and animation course, for example, is from the London School of Film, Media and Design. Computer science or computer game technology is from the School of Computing and Engineering. At this game jam, we put together students from those different schools to make better and more comprehensive games.
We've also got students from London College of Music, LCM. That's 3 different schools, all under the same game jam header.
This time around, we have 2 very active sponsors who did not only provide prizes and their name, also give us judgment, advice, speak to the students, and get engaged in the process.
They're our home developer, if you will. They've made and published some of the best games. This year's sponsor for the Summer Game Jam is none other than the legendary SEGA.
We all know the SEGA Master System, Dreamcast, Sonic. I always felt that we're very privileged that we have SEGA in our neighborhood, and we're now even more privileged that we're working with SEGA. It's very exciting because there is a history here. The students all know what we're talking about.
My name is Cedric van Dorpe. I work at SEGA Europe and I'm a senior security analyst. SEGA is obviously, we're the Sonic company as everyone knows us, right? I work for SEGA Europe, which is like one of the branches of SEGA, and we focus more on our other studios that we have, like Creative Assembly, Sports Interactive, etc. We've worked with UWL a bunch in the past and we're big fans of this university. Thought it was an amazing opportunity as also UWL alumni to see how I can help out and like prepare the next generation of game developers. Maybe they join us one day,
Time is a good thing because it allows you to do something with a game mechanic if you so choose. Think Prince of Persia, Sand of Time, but it also allows you to do something that doesn't necessarily directly interact with the game mechanic. It could be something that is simply tells you something about the setting. The setting inside of a clock, think opening scene, Back to the Future, but the mood also, time pressure.
So we're here in the Digital Futures Lab. It's incredibly well outfitted. It's got some amazing machines, some really good spaces for working in. It's not their regular teaching space for many students, actually on a completely different part of campus, but it also provides an incredible opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the students make of it.
I'm the leader of the team Spicy Meatballs. Our team consists of Dalia, who is an artist, Rory, who is also an artist, Yusuf, who is our programmer, Khalid, who is also our programmer for UI, and me, who also does programming. Our game, that doesn't have a name yet, is about a man who gets kidnapped and sent back to the 1920s by this mafia boss who fiddled with an artifact he shouldn't have fiddled with. And the aim of the game is to complete the jobs for the mafia boss until he is pleased with you and he sends you back to your time. We decided to discuss the possibilities that were with time, and we decided that time travel would be a great suit for a game. We picked the 1920s because our initial idea was about going forward in time. We decided just to stick to one era, and we chose the 1920s because of its historical significance after the First World War.
So we do have challenges today. Like yesterday when I left, everything was working, everything was perfect. I came back today in the morning, some weird changes. I don't know who did it. Like last game jam, we implemented 3 levels, and I think none of them worked perfectly. This game jam, we're doing the same 3 levels, but I think we're maybe a little bit better than back then because we don't have as many functions. I've seen other games, and we might have a chance in winning because we are maybe more related to time than them.
I don't know if the others have a dialogue box, because we have a dialogue system where you can speak to the boss, he gives you your job, and it loads you into the scene for the first, second, third level. And the last level, you got a wave defense scene where you got to defend the speakeasy where the boss gets the artifact to send you home.
My prefabs, they don't seem to be attacking the player. Big issue.
We might win if we're the only team who get a working game.
Because the games are so similar to each other, it really begs the question, who's going to win?
Hi, my name is Mark and I'm in Team Timeless Suffering. My team has 5 members, including me. The lead programmer is Marv, our audio designer is Mikhail. We have 2 artists in Cass and Raheem, and I am the UI designer. Our game is a 2D roguelike with a time loop system, where once the timer runs out, you get sent back to the start. Once you gain a level from the XP, you get to choose a skill buff, whether it be speed or attack. Once you get to the end, you fight this giant worm boss thing. When the theme was announced, we all came up with some ideas. Cass came up with this current idea.
So you are constantly being reset. The whole theme is around like something's come in and caused a rip in time that you've got to come and deal with, and this aspect that you've got to keep coming back and getting a bit stronger each time. I think it's been good. I definitely feel like I've learnt a lot more from this jam, and I've been trying new different things. I think we have fairly good odds. I think our game is very well made technically. I think the thing that might be holding us back is just getting those levels completed by today.
Definitely better, especially better than the last game jam. I think we have a pretty good chance because I've seen some of the other teams and they are running into plenty of issues. I think our one and Alex's team, I think us two have the higher chance.
I think we have a really strong chance. I think it's either my team or Craig's team.
Everyone's super busy and I've been very, very busy in this game jam. I made a huge system in Wise. I don't know if we're going to use all the sounds, but we'll see when we finish, when we play each other's games.
My name's Cameron. I'm in a Team Time team. Currently working on a game that doesn't have a title yet, but it is a top-down puzzler with time manipulation is the main mechanic behind it all. In Team Time team, we have Ewan, who is doing our lead sound design. We have Boris and Nazim, who are currently working on the art, and you've got Cameron, who is working on the programming side of the game. So we started off with just bouncing off loads of different ideas. Originally we was going with a platform idea. Started noticing that everyone else was going for a platformer, so we decided to pull away from that.
You can first of all rewind time, obviously, but you're kind of racing against the clock. So picking up stuff gives you more time, killing enemies gives you more time. Is it worth going over there to kill that enemy to like get the time from that? Like, is that worth your time to get more time?
Yeah, they're nice and they're also skilled. Like we have a great musician, a great programmer. It was my first time drawing animation because I only paid like still paintings, so it was something completely new for me.
I think we had quite a fluid range of skills within us, and we weren't necessarily the strongest in any one particular skill. Time crunch based this time, I think. It's been quite pushed together. We didn't properly workload. Although we brainstormed a lot, we should have done a lot more planning before we took these ideas into action.
I mean, you know, sometimes communication is less than great. It's easier when everyone's there in person, but obviously that can't always be the case. But I have to like manage people so that it like gets done. But that's okay, that's fine.
Some of the scripts aren't finished and we only have one programmer. Maybe we will smooth it out, but I'm not sure.
In terms of execution time though, whether we can flesh out that idea to look nice enough to be functionable and to actually be an enjoyable game, only time will tell.
And I am leader of Team 4. William acts as the level designer. Haroon acts as the programmer. Usman's a new member of the team, so we're still trying to figure out what he's doing. I, as a leader, am the composer and sound designer, and Dara is doing level design. Our game, under the codename Cybertime, is a 2D platformer beat-em-up game that has a cyberpunk theme with the core mechanic of time manipulation and time freezing. The idea kind of just happened. Our idea was to have a simple beat-em-up game. Like, we wanted it to be 2D and pixelated, and we wanted to incorporate some time mechanics and not base things around a story, but rather something like very simplistic, something cool and fast-paced and full of adrenaline rush.
The character that we have built is able to manipulate time and using abilities to defeat the enemies with time-based abilities. And certain abilities are bigger over time once you've beaten enough bad guys. Because of other people's commitments, it's been a bit difficult. The team in the whole is quite good because we're all still new to Unity, so very much a challenge. And we only got one guy that knows about Unity. Everything is on him at the moment, which is quite difficult.
Theirs has crashed, so I can't update because this is the only working file. We'll be finished. The game won't be complete, but
it's just that most of us are not very experienced with game jams, so having all of us to deal with the time crunching was definitely something. Yeah, I think we can definitely win. Like, this is the final push. I think we can definitely get something together that can bring us to victory.
I would like to say we would win, but that was yesterday, so it all depends on whether we're able to get back to speed of where we was. If we do, then I think top 2, hopefully, I think.
My name is Lawrence and I'm the team leader for Team Olympus. So our game name is Eris the Time Thief. You play as Eris, who is the time goddess. You have stolen the hourglass which belongs to Kronos, and you need to return it to your place, to your location. You have the ability to stop time in our 2D platformer game. Our core members include Keelan, who is our music guy. He is in charge of making the sound. Francesco, who is an artist. He is great at creating backgrounds and making tile maps for our game. We have Craig, who is our main programmer of our game, and he will be working in Unreal and putting our game together. We also have a newcomer to our team. His name is Alex. And then there's me. I am in charge of animating and working with the 2D sprite assets for the characters, for the UI, and kind of just helping the team find out what to do next. So when we first heard the theme, which was going to be time, we came initially to a Greek mythology theme, and so we ended up landing on a 2D platformer game, and it kind of grew into what it is now.
I'd say it's more of a platformer with a bit of time base. So if you ever had that moment where you jumped and you've missed that platform and you've just gone, but this time you can reverse time and go back in time to be like, oh, I can actually do that jump and redo it, but with a little bit of few mechanics to help the player with, for instance, wall jumping or some dashes, and basically help the player a little bit with more abilities.
I think we have pretty great chances. I said it last year, but we didn't win, but hopefully this year will be different because, I didn't win the last 2 game jams. I hope this one will be the right one.
I want to be hopeful. I want to say we have a solid 75% chance of winning, but I feel confident in our work and our animations that we might pull through somehow.
So are we happy with this final decision?
The outtakes, the bloopers at the end. 3rd place, we have Grimloop. Really cool game, really embraced the time theme. 2nd place is Hey Boss. Really cool time traveling theme. The music, really interesting. I've been told I need to long this out, so this is gonna get really awkward. The winner is Eris the Time Thief. I was really happy with the quality. I think it's crazy how much they managed to squeeze into just a few days of development, really. Like reversing time, stopping time, cloning yourself.
Bro, we won! Yes, we have the Steam Steam keys are ours.
I would definitely like do this again. I think it's a really cool initiative, and like the university definitely needs to keep doing this, and the students need to sign up to every single one, because I think there's no better experience than something like this. And as I told them, like for an employer, this is really what we look for. It's so cool to, you know, see that people go out of their way when they're not forced to do this, just to get that extra exposure, get that extra experience. And yeah, I was really impressed by this, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Now, what do we call for this game jam?
I'm not sure, Malta. What do we call?
Time! We had 5 great games. I enjoyed playing all of them. Unfortunately, we could only name one team the winner and only one team the second place and only one team the third place and so on, which breaks my heart because all 5 games were so good. You could see how students have poured their heart into each and every one of them. They all had their strengths, they all had their weaknesses. No, they all had their strengths. We can cut this, right? Of course you can, yeah. The game jam will return on the 26th of January 2026.
That's it for the end of the game jam. Really hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much to our partners and sponsors, and thank you and congratulations to the students. You've all made fantastic games.